Hi, this is Tracy from We Craft at Home, and I wanted to share with you the ideas I came up with for this. If you remember, a couple of weeks ago I showed you how I got some real bargains, and this was one of them. Window Stencil kit from the Pinflair eBay shop. It's called Hartford Craft Centre. And I got this for £3.50, and what I said is I would show you some things that I could do that wasn't window stenciling. So obviously you can use it as a window stencil and it will wash straight off after you've finished. First of all, what I want to show you is I've got my stencil glue from Pinflair also. Most people use this now to retack their scan and cut mats, myself included. I've been doing it for a long time. But what it was originally for was to make the stencil sticky. I don't know if you can see it on there, but it tacks it so that it stays down, and it is honestly the best thing to use if you have little bits like this that can pop up. You need to stick it down. So although I've got that one ready, I cut myself out a couple that I want to use. And I've just cut it out of acetate. I don't know if you can, I don't know if it shows very well. It's just an S. Just remember, it's the back you want to tack so that the S is the right way round. So literally all it is, you can see I've got some of the stencil glue I've put on the back, and all you're going to do is pat around it, just so that you know. You don't need a lot. It is so tacky, this glue. But as you can see, I mean, look at that fine detail. If I don't stick that down, it is not going to stay in place. So that's all I need. I'm just going to put a little bit more just down there. And then I'm going to leave that to the side to dry. And then I've got a big snowflake that I'm hoping will work as a hanging decoration once I've got it all set. So again, it's got lots of little bits. Reusable. Okay, so again, you can see how tacky it is. That one's stuck down a little bit. I'm going to leave that to dry. Let me get rid of that. Make sure there's no glue left on the surface. Okay, so I have many ideas. Obviously the best thing to use it for is glass. So my first idea, I don't know if anyone else does it, but I like a big vase at Christmas to put baubles and lights in and just have that lit up. My actual Christmas one is still been put away. So I'm going to show you with my lily vase because it's almost as big. And I really like this one as a scene around the bottom. I don't want that snowflake. So make sure all your little bits are stuck down because they're the ones that matter. Okay, I'm just going to turn it round And then all you're going to do, this is really light sort of foamy stuff. I don't think I put enough glue on the end of it. Okay, I'm just going to make sure it's all stuck down where I need it to be. Yeah. And all literally, you're just going to scrape across. That is it. You can do it as thick or as thin as you like. I've seen some people scrape it off as much as they've as thin as they can. Now, the reason they give you a spatula and a sponge, I'm just going to make sure I've got it all. Sorry, going quiet. I'm just concentrating, making sure I've filled in all the gaps. There, it's that easy. And then all I'm going to do if you use the sponge and just stipple it a little bit, it will give the snow effect. Doesn't look like there's enough on there, does it? On that bit. There we go. Now, I haven't done everything, as you can see, but now we'll do the reveal. And there we have a lovely little scene at the bottom of the vase, so that when you light it up, it will look amazing. And then you could go up the vase with a few snowflakes. I'm just going to do 2 of the big ones because I really like them, just to show you how easy it is, even though it's fine detail. Because I've used that stencil glue, none of it will move. Let's try and do this with one hand. Look. Just do that little one up here. Okay. There we go. Wipe them clean in a minute. So as you can see, I love that actually. I really like that. So you would obviously carry on all the way round, but oh my goodness, that looks amazing. I really love that. And I don't know how to show you, but it's three-dimensional. I don't know if you can see. Wow. Imagine that with just some lights in and the baubles like I always do every Christmas. That looks amazing. I'm really happy with that. Right. So then I thought, I've got my grandsons staying here at the minute. And they keep going on about Santa coming. So I thought, milk bottle. I've got the letter S. And then I was going to do some of the snowflakes as well. Just again, make sure it sticks down. So this is already ready to use. You saw me do it, so it hasn't taken that long. I have to let go of that for a minute while I get this on. You get 2 tubs of this, you know, and look, I've hardly dented it. It must last forever. Okay, so S for Santa. I want to do it quite thick so it stands out like 3D. What about if we, oh, no. I made a mistake there. So I tried to stipple it with the knife, and what's happened is that that little bit lifted up a little bit. See if I can fix it. There we go. So don't do that. You always use the sponge. See if it's still okay. Oh, there we go. So S for Santa, and then I was just going to do a few of the little snowflakes around it. I'll wash all these after, but I just wanted some of the little ones to how shall we do this? Oh look, what about if I done that? That would be nice. It's just deciding where to put them. There we go. I'm trying not to hit the S as well, so, but just showing you the stencil glue keeps it all down, so you can get the finest details. That's what I wanted to show you. I think the kids might love this. So you just keep decorating it round. And again, if you can see the dimension I've done on the S, and it's still so clear. And if you want to, after Christmas, you want to take it off and do a different design next year, you can, can't you? Or you could maybe seal it with something so that it doesn't come off. An even better idea, I think. So there's that. I was thinking, I won't do it now because it'll take too long, but the table centerpiece that I made for us a couple of months ago even, I was thinking that could do with some stuff on the glass bauble as well, some little snowflakes or the village scene going round. That will be lovely. So yeah, lots and lots of ideas. But what I want to get to now, I'll just move them out of the way to wash them. Is I've got this idea for doing a dimensional hanging, putting it on acetate and then hanging it with some jingle bells. So I haven't actually attempted it yet, so if it doesn't work, sorry. But it's I've just done it into A5 pieces, and then I've got my big snowflake somewhere. Oh, there it is. So all I need to do is do it 4 times. There we go. Again, well, you saw this is what I stuck down. So what I want to do, this is a bit easier than doing it on something round. So a window will be a lot easier as well, to be fair, but I like to push the boundaries and see what I can do. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm thinking is I'll get 3 of them, and because it's on acetate, you haven't got to be exact in the way you cut. So I'll show you what I mean. Let's put that one up there to dry. Okay, so that's 3 snowflakes. They are they've come out excellent. Can you see? Yeah. I'm happy with them. So because it's acetate, all I have to do is like do this around it, because you're not going to see it, especially with it hanging up, but it'll be 3-dimensional. So what I need to do first, I want it to have a weight on, so some string with some jingle bells on the bottom so it jingles. But first of all, I want to leave it to dry for a little while. So I will be back when I think they're dry enough to do it. Okay guys, so this is dry and I've cut it out. I don't know if you can, don't know what I can put it against. I don't think it's going to show up very well, but I've cut it out. As you can see, it's not like, I've literally just cut up and down like that because it's not going to show. And I've added some Pinflair glitter. It's a glitter wand, and I've added it just to the main lines. I don't know if you can see it. So now I want to stick it together. I'm going to use Pinflair glue gel. I think that would be the best thing. So I'm going to put it just down the middle like this, along each main line. Just do the first half first, because I've got 3 of them that I want to put together. So if you match it up like that, and then what I've got, just put that down, I've got a piece of ribbon and I've put some jingle bells along the one on each string at the minute. Oh, just dropped that one, but I can sort that out. And then I've put 2 jump rings tied up tight on the end, and what I'm going to do is add jingle bells on the end afterwards. But first what I want to do is put it down the middle, and I want to make sure that the Pinflair has grabbed hold of it. So let's get you out of the way a minute, and I don't need you. Oh, that's the one I've done. Where haven't I done there? Okay, so I'm gonna I want it laying there, and then what I'm going to do is cover the ribbon in Pinflair to make sure that it holds, because that's the most important. The trouble with the invisible thread is that it doesn't hold very well when you're using glue to keep it together. So once we've done that, I can then add the last piece. Oh, I've taken that away now. Let's put that back on. So the only thing you've got left, you need quite a bit where the points meet. Okay, and then you would get some pegs, which you need some pegs to hold it together for a little while until it takes, which, if I'm not, I believe it's 15 to 20 minutes for the gel to grab and hold. And then what you'll have, just see if I can show you quickly. Okay, so can you see? You'll have a hanging snowflake, Okay, I made myself that more tricky than I needed to. That was my fault. Didn't have my pegs ready. And I should have pegged it straight away. But I'm here so that you can learn from my mistakes. That's what I always used to say in my classes. I make the mistakes so you don't have to. And there we go. So it would hang like that. And then all we're going to do, got greasy hands now, but I was thinking if I put 3 on the end of each jump ring there, so then they dangle and make a noise. So let's see if you can see it. There we go. So that's a really different way of doing it, and it would look lovely hanging from the ceiling, and a little bit of jingle jangle. So there you have it. That is just a few different ways of using your window stencil on top of using it as a window stencil. And of course for £3.50 you can't go wrong, can you? Once it's dry, it's easy to cover. If you want to keep it, it's hard enough. This is dried now. It's hard enough to be able to coat in a sealer, Mod Podge, or just PVA, or even just bookbinding glue will seal it as well. So yeah, that's another way of doing it. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.